How many times have I mentioned the Lisbon Lions? I've vlogged at the Billy McNeill and Jock Stein statues outside of Celtic Park countless times. But how about I take you to the exact location where Celtic lifted the European Cup? This video is about the most important location in Celtic's history outside of Scotland. And why am I starting my video here? Well, this is the old club of Belenenses, the original club of Belenenses. The Belenenses team split in two. I've just filmed a video about them, which is probably already up, so I'll leave a thumbnail to it on screen right now. This team, it's incredible. The story about it is incredible. I'm not going to go into it too much just now, but it's split in two. And this team here play at their original stadium and have to start at the bottom of Portuguese football, the 6th tier. They were former champions. They had to start at the bottom, the 6th tier in the non-league, and they're currently working their way back up. But there is an offshoot of this team, or they split in two, and the other Belenenses now play at the Estádio Nacional, which is where Celtic lifted the European Cup. This video is specifically about Celtic, about the Lisbon Lions. I'm not going to go too much into the Belenenses story right now. Like I said, I've just covered that in a completely separate video. So check that one out after you've watched this one. Please remember to hit that like button, please subscribe if you're new, and let's go and find where Celtic lifted the European Cup. Currently trying to connect to an Uber. I hope you can see that. It's a bit sunny here. Oh, come on, someone's close by. Wait, Nuno! I remember it round here. I've actually been here for a game before to see Belenenses play. I was actually quite shocked about how small the attendance was, but yeah, now I've done a bit of research into the two Belenenses clubs, and I've went and visited the original one, which is where I started this video. And again, you can watch that video, of course. It kind of makes sense now that a lot more people support that old Belenenses than the kind of newer one that play here now. But yes, here we are at the Estádio Nacional. This is where Celtic lifted the European Cup. Let me find, right, let me just show you around here first. Now I'm going to see if we can actually find someone who can like let us in. I'm sure there's a plaque around here somewhere that states that Celtic have lifted the European Cup here. But what I love about it is they haven't changed it one bit. It's still pretty much the same as when Celtic would have played here in '67. And I did actually try and get in contact with the club. No one got back to me about trying to let me have a look around, but I've seen online that so many people have just turned up and they've been allowed in. Doesn't seem to be too many people around here, sadly. But yeah, look, here we have the famous kind of stance of Eusebio when he was like shooting at a goal. That's very, like, you can buy a hat in the Benfica club shop with that on. There's Eusebio. It wouldn't be the Portuguese national stadium without something to commemorate the greatest Portuguese player of all time, Eusebio. Of course, he was from Mozambique, but played for Portugal, played for Benfica. Oh, please be someone around. I really want to get in here. Please, ground hopping gods, please have some cool little geezer here who can just like let me in for a look around the stadium. Foto de estadio, por favor.
Security guard.
Oh, perfect, great, thank you. Obrigado.
Straight over here, you're gonna see some stairs.
Oh,
Up
cool.
these stairs, you can have access to the cave.
Oh,
just
amazing.
don't step on the grass, please.
Perfect, yeah, I won't, yeah. You must get a lot of Celtic fans coming here,
Yes,
yeah?
I love
Yeah,
them
yeah.
every day.
Right, and here we go. Look, here is the plaque to commemorate the Lisbon Lions. Look at that. Wow, yeah, look, if you wanted to, if you're a Celtic fan, you have to come here. Look at the pilgrimage that a lot of Celtic fans must make from around the world. Look, 2-1 against Inter Milan, 25th of May, 1967. Celtic 2, Inter Milan 1. Mazzola with the penalty after 7 minutes. In the heat of Lisbon, they have the song, don't they? 67 in the heat of Lisbon. And then look, Gemmell and Chalmers with the goals to win it for Celtic in the second half. Managed by Jock Stein, the team there. Simpson, Craig, Gemmell, Murdoch, McNeill, Clark, Jimmy, Jinky, Johnstone. I've covered him a few times on the channel. Willie Wallace, Stevie Chalmers, Bertie Auld. Sadly, recently passed away. Rest in peace, Bertie Auld. And Bobby Lennox. Yeah, managed by Jock Stein. Look at that. Centro di Treno, Inglaterra. Does that mean England trained here for the Euros? I think that might mean that. And Benfica against Torino. Oh God, I believe there was a. Sorry, I just tripped down there. I'm too excited by the plaques to even look where I'm going. So yeah, I believe there was a plane disaster with the Torino players in 1949, and I think Benfica might have played them in a friendly. And that's what that is, obviously, to commemorate, which may have been played here. There's something else here as well. A plaque something, Estádio de Honra. I think that's what this stadium might be called, Estádio de Honra. It's known as Estádio Nacional as well. Silver for Liga Portugal. Wow, right, yeah, and the security guard said we could come around here. I think he said there's stairs round to it. Oh, I could be up here. Look at the floodlights. Oh my God. Yeah, it wasn't looking too promising a minute ago when I first got here, and there was just no one knocking about. But then I came around this section here, and he was like, yeah, come on, have a look around. And the first thing he said was, Celtic? He must get so many people in here who are Celtic fans. I actually can't believe I've just seen that plaque. When I came to the game here, back in just pre-COVID, actually it was yeah, it was for Belenenses against Santa Clara in the Liga NOS in the Portuguese Prem, and I wasn't even, I think I was just Googling the stadium when I was actually in here. I wasn't even aware that it was where Celtic won the European Cup, and I never even went to that bit where the plaque is either. And yeah, it was before I'd ever made a video in Scotland. I'd only been to Scotland a handful of times, and then like a month or two after being here for that game, I actually moved to Scotland. So I wasn't even that clued up on Scottish football, and especially the Lisbon Lions, but now obviously I've done like 2 years or a year and a half worth of videos in Scotland, especially around Celtic as well. I know how big it is that they won the European Cup, and obviously they sing about the Lisbon Lions. They put their phones up with the light on at 67 minutes to commemorate the 67 Lisbon Lions, and here I am now at the actual stadium. I probably would have made more of it, like I say, when I was actually here in that last game, but again, I wasn't quite aware of how big it was. But look, as you can see from this stadium, this is what I love about it. Look, you can like have your new Benfica, your new Sporting and your new Porto stadiums, but this place has got the soul. Look at it. Look at this place. Barely changed since the 1960s, if at all. Quite amazing really how big squads are now compared to what they were when Celtic lifted the European Cup. There was a squad of 15, and all but 2 of the members of that squad were from within 10 miles of Parkhead. That's one of the most incredible facts about the Lisbon Lions, is how they were all local lads. Bobby Lennox was from furthest away, 30 miles in Saltcoats out in Ayrshire. It's amazing to be here in Portugal and just mention Ayrshire. But yeah, the furthest player away, Bobby Lennox in Ayrshire, or where he grew up in Ayrshire, and the rest of them were from in and around Glasgow. One was from Motherwell, and the rest were just 10 miles away from Parkhead. Look at this, and just to think, like, I've seen the highlights of that game before, and to think it was here and it's barely changed as well. The amount of places I come to that have completely changed, and I have to like hark back to these old historical moments, but the fact that this hasn't even changed, I mean, it is absolutely incredible. Let's go around and get in the stands. Come on. This is honestly unbelievable to be back here after all the research I've done. And I know, yeah, I try and cover Scottish football as neutrally as I can, and I have affinities with certain clubs, and I love Celtic Hearts, and I love Stenhousemuir, I love Elgin, I love Celtic, and I love Rangers as well. I genuinely think that Scottish football is just so fantastic with these 2 huge mega clubs, very similar to Portugal. I've mentioned it in a lot of my videos, how you have the big 3, the Tres Grandes of Porto, Sporting Lisbon and Benfica. In Scotland you have Celtic and Rangers, and they are known the world over because of their footballing achievements. And Celtic are known the world over for being a team that have won the European Cup. There aren't many, you know, teams that can say they've won the biggest trophy that there is to win in Scottish football, but Celtic did it, and they did it here. And this is why there are statues of Jock Stein and Billy McNeill holding the European Cup outside of Celtic Park, because of this place. They won it here. This is absolutely insane just to be here, and the fact that they just allow you to come and walk around, and the guy just said, Celtic fan? Like, he just knows. He must have seen the ginger beard and thought, just assumed that I was a Celtic fan. They must get so many Brits coming here, and I'm probably one of the rare ones that isn't a Celtic fan, but it's just an absolute football fanatic. I just love it. I love everything about the game, and especially when you consider that this stadium here is where they lifted the European Cup, and yet it's barely changed. You look at highlights and pictures from that day of Billy McNeill lifting it. Like I said, they could have torn this place down and redone it. This is the National Stadium. This is where they still play Portuguese Cup finals, but they've kept it exactly the same. I don't know if that was a decision that they've made because they want to keep it the same, or whether they just don't have the money maybe to improve it, I don't know, but the fact that it is still the same to me as a football purist is beautiful. I don't want it to ever change. I really hope you're enjoying this video, honestly. If you're a Celtic fan or even just a fan of Scottish football, I know that I love to see this actually. When I do Celtic and Rangers videos, I might get a rival. So a Rangers fan might be watching this, for instance, and there might already be comments about this, and they'll say, great video, even though I'm a Rangers fan, I like watching your videos no matter who it's about. And there's respect between Celtic and Rangers fans, and I hope there is on this video as well. But yeah, if you are just a fan of Scottish football or whatever, please do remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. But I'm going to put an image on screen right now. I'm looking at it on my phone just now as well, because I want to try and get to like exactly where it is, of Billy McNeill holding the European Cup, and that is why there is that statue at Celtic Park as well of Billy McNeill. And as you can see from this building here, look at the background of that image. Look, you can see the kind of building and the bricks and all that. It's like up here, and it again hasn't changed at all since then. I'm going to try and get onto the kind of plinth where he would have lifted it. Wow, wowzers, look at this. I'm just so excited to be here right now. I'm the only one. I'm literally the only person in here. This is insane. Celtic fans, book a holiday to Lisbon and get down here. Honestly, look at this. I reckon this is around it, you know. This is about where he would have lifted it. The first British team to lift the European Cup, and it would have happened right there. That image of Billy McNeill with the kind of pillars behind him, this is the exact spot probably of where he would have lifted it, overlooking that. Look at that, there would have been a sea of Celtic fans and Inter fans as well. Jock Stein would have been close by. Wow, can you believe I'm here right now? I kind of can't believe it. After everything we've been through and me just wanting to make football videos in different countries again. Currently right here, back to a place I've been before. Wow, this is honestly incredible. I don't know the words to sum it up really. Just trying to take it all in. That's the thing, like when I'm vlogging, it's I want to show you guys as much of the stuff as possible, and I want to be in the moment. So I want to show you kind of things, and like sometimes at games I'm filming things through my cameras and through my GoPro, my phone and stuff. But sometimes I just need to remember to just take it in myself. And here we go, look at this. That is the badge of Belenenses SAD. That is the Belenenses who play in the Premier League. When I came to the game here, there was maybe a handful of fans down there. Look at the size of this stadium. There was only a handful of fans at this game. This Belenenses club here aren't as well supported as the current third tier team who had to start at the bottom, they'd start the 6th tier. So a little bit of a background on this stadium. Look at how nice this is. I mean, the views out there are just incredible, aren't they? But yeah, 37,000 capacity can fit in here, but the home team, Belenenses SAD, only get around 1,000 fans per game. Portuguese Cup finals are regularly played here as well. Yes, Portuguese Cup finals are played here. It's quite incredible, isn't it, how this old looking stadium currently still has the Cup finals played here. The stadium entered UEFA history as host of the first ever game played in a UEFA club competition. The game was played on the 4th of September 1955 between Sporting and the Yugoslav champions Partizan Belgrade. It ended in a 3-3 draw, and that was the first ever game in the European Cup and what we obviously know now as the Champions League. So this stadium has so much history attached to it. And I just want to give you all these facts. I want to just throw them at your face. I'm just so excited to try and take it all in myself at the same time. It's just unbelievable. Absolutely incredible place. So on the 28th of September 1966, Celtic started their European campaign against FC Zurich, who they would go on to beat 5-0 in the first round on aggregate. They followed that up in November and December of 1966 against French side FC Nantes, who they beat 3-1 both times to win 6-2 on aggregate. FK Vojvodina were next, and they won 2-1 on aggregate, a little bit tighter there. In the semis, it was Dukla Prague, who they beat 3-1 at home and then drew 0-0 away in Prague before they set up their final here against Inter Milan. I think Inter Milan had already won the competition before. No team from Northern Europe had ever won the European Cup, and as I already mentioned, Celtic were the first British side to win the European Cup. And look, I mean, you have now Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, these huge British clubs who have a great affinity with the Champions League and European Cup, but it was Celtic who did it first, don't forget that. And actually something's just caught my eye. Oh no, that's a shame. Look, I saw these seats were going from 64, 65 to 66. I thought this will be 67, but no, it goes back to number 1. Sorry, Celtic fans. As much as you know, I love the sport and I love the game, I usually don't go to games and, you know, look at the tactics and look at the style of play. I go and sort of, especially through YouTube, and I guess through like my own love of it as well, I love the kind of location of the cities and how the fans think of their club in terms of the culture and what they sing about. And I love the football for the stadiums and for the history. I don't, like I say, necessarily even know a huge amount about like the tactics of a game. I know formations. I played Football Manager all my life as a kid, and FIFA. I mean, I'm no expert in it, absolutely not. I coached a tiny bit when I was 16, 17, did a little bit of reffing as well, and I played as a kid all the way up until about 17 when I started work and had a full-time job. But yeah, for me, football, I love it through the history and through the cups and through the records and through the culture and through the cities and through the stadiums, like I say. And this video that I'm filming right now is just like my perfect day out. I absolutely love it. I cannot believe that this is where Celtic lifted the European Cup, and I'm just stood here. I'm literally stood here, and it's my job here now to take you through it and to talk about it with you guys. Like, it's genuinely a dream of mine. A massive thank you to everyone who watches the videos. Here I am right now in Portugal. I really do appreciate all the support, and if actually you do want to support the channel, you can join now and become a member. A huge thanks to the members who have already, or the people who have already bought channel memberships. I'll put their names on screen right now. So yeah, guys, a huge thank you. I really do appreciate all the support. Just look at this. Look at this. Look where I am right now. This is just unbelievable. I think there's a Celtic fan who's just turned up over there. There's a guy in a Celtic shirt around there. So Liam, I've just stumbled upon you here.
Yep.
You're one of the Celtic fans that must come. Did the security guard see you straight away and just basically let you in?
More or less.
Yeah.
We tried to get in the front gate and it looked all closed up, but
yeah,
he says to us come round the side. Obviously he's seen the
of course. They must have loads of people coming here, I'm sure.
They must do, right.
And so how does it feel for you to come here and like just visit the stadium where?
It's one I've ticked off a list. It's a bucket list material. Just the hairs are standing up in the back of my neck as I speak right now.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's a magical place, isn't it? And it's good that it hasn't changed in all that time.
No, it hasn't at all.
And
obviously we weren't allowed on the park, which would have been great, but they let us go and sit in the stand, which was brilliant.
Absolutely, and you've got the star on your shirt, of course, which signifies. So how big is, for Celtic fans, how big is 67?
Probably the biggest moment in Celtic's history.
Yeah, of course. And everyone goes on about it, don't they?
Any bigger than that.
And there's the song and the stand as well, of course, isn't there? The Lisbon Lions stand.
Yep.
Well, mate, I hope you've enjoyed your trip to Lisbon. It's great to meet you. Right, and so yeah, big tip, Celtic fans. Don't make the same mistake that I made and go round to the bit where the Eusebio statue is and think that it's all closed. All you got to do is come just literally a few feet this way and you can go around there and there's a reception and there's security guards who just assume that you're going to be a Celtic fan. They say they get Celtic fans every day coming here, so I guess they've had to put the plaque up and they've had to just open it up for people. Otherwise they would just be mobbed every day and they'd have to turn people away. But yeah, I would highly recommend this, Celtic fans and just football fans in general. It's an incredible place. Like I say, is this a green? Oh, this is a Celtic sticker here as well. Look at that. You have a Celtic sticker there. So yeah, the Celtic fans obviously absolutely love coming here. Yeah, just as a football fan in general, I absolutely love to come to these places, and obviously it was the first place to host a European Cup match between Sporting and I think Partizan Belgrade. I think it said on there that England trained there during the Euros. Inglaterra something Euro 2004, it said on that little sign. As well as other football related stuff. The fact that the Portuguese Cup finals will play here in the stadium looks like it hasn't changed in, you know, hundreds of years. It's absolutely fascinating. Please do remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. I'll leave some videos on screen. Please do click on one to carry on watching. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.